I'm going to go over filling the tank and hookups for the water system for the RV. If you're at a site, a campsite that has full hookups, that means you can hook water to it. You're always going to want to hook to the city water connection. Same thing with fill-ups. This is the one you use. Anytime you are going to fill the tank or have a full hookup at a campsite, you always have to use the reducer. It reduces the pressure going into the camper so you don't blow out the seals. So you would just hook this up here. Again, for fill of the tank and for hookup at a full hookup campsite. In here we provide a hose for both options, which is right here. You just hook that to that reducer and run it to the water at the hookup site, or run it to wherever you're filling the tank or whatever. The settings down here, there's only a few settings that you have to worry about. These arrows point to the numbers. So right now it's on normal, which is 3 and 5. That allows you to use your pump in the RV off of your tank on the RV. So anytime you're driving, that's what you would have it on, 3 and 5. If you get to a campsite and you have a full hookup, you want to put it on city fixtures. So you hook the hose up, put the reducer on, or the reducer's on, and then you put the hose on, and then you turn it to 2 and 6. That allows you to have your water set up. You just turn your pump on the inside of the RV. It's a little switch, and anytime you go to use water, it's gonna provide water. If you need to fill the tank, say
you have to have the pump on to use the water inside the RV.
You have to have the pump on to use the water in the RV at all times. It's
right.
The only way it works. If you want to fill the tank, say you used it all driving to wherever you're going and you have no more water in the system, and then you're going to drive somewhere else to fill the tank, you just go to city fill tank 1 and 6. Turn it to 1, turn it to 6, you put the reducer on, you hook the hose up, it'll fill the tank. You cannot overfill the tank. It has a overfill hose, so if it's too full, it's just going to run out the bottom. To check your tank, you can go over to the keypad right inside the door and hit fresh water. It'll tell you if it's full. Now, if you fill the tank and you're going to drive again, the only way to get the water to work is you have to put it back to normal. So after you fill it, you put it back to 3 and 5.
When you're driving and you want to use your
the only way to use
tank.
the tank, and then you just unhook everything when you're done. This is just a flush valve.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that unless you're dealing with the sewer, the black and the gray,
so
empty.
Do not use the top connection unless you are flushing your waste tanks.
Right. You can show them the gauge up there if you want.
We'll show you the gauge real briefly. Which again is inside the camper at the control center here.
Fresh means fresh water. That tells you how much is in there. It says 2/3. It should be pretty close to full. It depends on the angle of the RV. And then your black and your gray, this is your gauge. It tells you empty, third, 2/3 full. And here's your water pump switch. When the light's on, your water pump is on. Right here. So you can leave that on. It doesn't hurt if it's on. The only time it works is if you open a valve, which is a faucet or a drain, a faucet or a shower faucet, a sink faucet. But yeah, it can stay on. I'm turning it off now because we're waiting for, it's in storage.
So that pretty much explains the water system, how to connect to a water connection, and how to fill your freshwater tank. Thank you for watching.